All right, Coach. First opened back in 2008. There's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Indianapolis Colts. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Go, great. 36. Sponge. Let's go.
Now Joe Mixon. And he's got room. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Hey, empty.
Back to Mixon on first down. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Wentz now on first down. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And inside the 20 before. He's brought down.
Complete to Kyle Rudolph. A gain of 14. And a Panther first down.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 at the 19. From the gun, it's Wentz. Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
At the Colts 14-yard line.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. To throw is Wentz. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Damian Ratley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check. Hey, 59.
Back to throw, Watson. Open here, Adam Thielen. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Fix it. 124. 19. Not today, you are. Who's your focus? Alert flare. 59. Back. 59. 59.
Now a 1st down throw. Watson eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson under pressure now. Watson, and down he goes. Jarrell Casey, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It's now 3rd down.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Get that quarterback, D-line. 59. 54.
Watson steps away to his left. It's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
24 down coming.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Slant.
From the red zone now, Watson. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Matt Milano, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Let's get this.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Good shot, baby. That's a big shot. 49. Check 49. Check 46. Check 24.
To throw is Watson. Flush to his right. Going for it all. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Noah Fant with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Panthers.
Go. Sunday. 120. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Shift.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Dancing to his left. 7-7, our score after one. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check three.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And Woods has it complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
First down, Carolina.
Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Show it. Check 52. Watch twist. 87. Check 6 guys.
Mixon with it. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
You can choose the Mike. Watch Mike. Where's 52? 52's the Mike. Come on, D.
On second down, here's Mixon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Empty. 57. Bravo.
Working from the gun. Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit and forced the field goal.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting.
And got his man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They'll get 34 yards there.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Now it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Ibuka has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Let's go, defense.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Alert! Here we go, team. Let's go. Safe. Hey, Mike 51. I'm coming for you, son.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 30-yard line.
Hey, alert 3. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Now they run with Mixon. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Great 15. Here we go. 37's the Mike 37. Great. Check hot route. Jump. Down the man inside. Check 30.
Wentz now on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
On 2nd down, Mixon. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Check nickel. Ram. Topper. Great 15.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And this is caught by Watkins. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 38-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let him know. Slack, come on. He's coming. You draw forward.
This is Mixon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Tighten up. Wide. Get wide. It's great 57.
Now Wentz. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Watson. Flushed out right. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Watson now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. On first down, Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Adam Thielen, as the first half is winding down. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Wentz. Flush to his right. Airing it out deep for Woods. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Dante Jackson picks it. as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This will be taken short. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And an alley to run. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Lamar Miller. And an alley to run. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Now Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Once again, they run with Mixon. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
It's going to be a long day. Little Mike 52. 57. 57. Hey, shoot. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want to shoot. Come on now.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
On 2nd down now. It's Jacobs. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Josh Jacobs His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
65. Hey, forward, Tokyo! Check three. Hey, Echo! Hey, watch it. Run. Watch out.
Now this time, Wentz will throw. Forced out to his left. Going deep here for Watkins. And this is knocked away and incomplete. But I think it was a free play. Let's check the call. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty. From the gun, it's Wentz. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Wentz now to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Again, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. They run for it with Mixon. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon. And that will force a turnover on downs. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. 15, check 15.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Flushed out right. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Watch the twist.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up.
And they'll give Miller another crack. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Lamar Miller, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
On 2nd down, Mixon. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll run here with Mixon. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11.
Check 52. Where's 52? Watch 52. 80 weapons. Let's find 2. Watch 40. 82. 40. 6 guys. 6 guys.
Throwing now is Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. Watkins, the intended receiver. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. After the interception, here's Watson, eluding the pressure right. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do.
Lamar Miller, touchdown, Indianapolis. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, Alpha.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz. And this is caught by Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Throwing on first is Wentz. He finds his running back, Mixon. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10.
Come. 25, check 20. Pilot, 64, weak. Man 5-7. Hey, foxtrot. Here. We got motion. Back up.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Not that time for Watkins. And it's second down. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Lefty. Check. 3 down. Check. And kill.
Wentz going to throw. Buying time to his left. This is caught. Watkins. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Two jet. Say. Sunday. Hey, Charlie. Let's go.
On first down, Wentz. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Cody. Let's find 7. Hey, Delta.
Wentz now on third and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
But when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable as he'll go for it on fourth and goal. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jonathan Allen. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand.
Undercrush. 124. Mike 51. 24.
From his goal line here, Watson, flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. He's got a man, complete. Philip Dorsett by himself. And he takes puts it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end. And, you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Colts, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Carolina, things get even uglier now as they fall to 2-13. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.